lived here my whole life, born and raised. Yes. I grew up in the projects in Concord. This is home. It's home, and I couldn't imagine being anywhere else. And then also, my mom is out here in this area. She's not in Haughville. She's on Lafayette Road. But I said, as long as my mom is out here, I'm out here. When I was growing up in the projects, we were like a family. If one needed something, you could go borrow it. If somebody didn't have something, somebody else did, and they freely gave it. We were family back then. I have my bachelor's of science in psychology. Graduated from Martin University. And then I have a master's degree in human services counseling, specializing in marriage and family therapy. Then I also have a master's certificate in biblical counseling. And then I am currently working on my second master's in Christian ministry. Mental health, especially in our community, I've known for years has a stigma. What a lot of times, especially older, people say whatever goes on in our house stays in our house. So you don't talk about it. You don't go to a therapist. You don't go to a counselor. You don't go to your pastor. You don't tell anybody. There are so many people who are hurting and suffering from, past traumas, molestation. That's one of the big things I think in the black community that nobody wants to talk about. They just kind of keep that covered up. And there are a lot of things that just stay covered up. They need to be uncovered. Take like a Band-Aid. Take the Band-Aid off and let it heal. And so I want to do what I can. I want to do my part, especially growing up here, to help heal. That's just, I want to see people heal. That's one of the reasons I started the free online grief support, because I know I see countless amount of people, oh my goodness, daily on my timelines, their moms passed away, their spouse, siblings, friends, and it grieves my heart, that they're hurting, they're suffering. So I said, I said, how can I help? What can I do? And I prayed and I asked God, what can I do? And he gave me this strategy to use these gifts that I have to help other people get through this. Because like you said, when their family members go to the hospital, one, they don't know if they're being treated right. They can't be there to advocate for them. Then if they do transition and pass away, they can't be there to say goodbye. That all of that is gone. I try to put myself in their shoes. If that were me and that was my mom or my sister or one of my adult children, I would be devastated. So I just want to, try to help any way that I can to ease that pain. I can't take it away. And like I was saying last night, even when you get to the acceptance stage of grief, it doesn't mean that you're not going to cry anymore. It doesn't mean you're not going to be angry again. But you accept the loss, and then you're able to move on and find a new normal without that person. I would say the first thing that we can do as a people, as a community, is to check on one another. A lot of times when people go through situations or seasons like this, they tend to isolate. That's not a good thing. Reach out, even those people who are always the strong ones, those who are always the go-to, the encouragers. During this time, they need to be encouraged. Reach out. If you haven't spoken to somebody in a long time, reach out. Hi, it doesn't have to be a long conversation. Hi, how are you? It lets that person know that, one, they were on your mind and you were thinking about them. And two, okay, maybe, this person might be going through the same thing I'm going through. So I don't necessarily have to go through this alone.